The following message is transmitted at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. An outbreak of an unknown virus is happening in Wuhan, China. Today, the first case of this new virus was confirmed in the United States. A man visiting his family in Wuhan returned to his home in Everett, Washington, and was confirmed to be infected with the disease. The man has been quarantined in a hospital. The CDC is warning all civilians at this time that although this is the first case of this virus, there will likely be others. The virus has not been named at this time, but the World Health Organization has agreed to use the provisional name, 2019 novel coronavirus. You are advised to take the following actions: wash your hands, stay home when sick, and if you start feeling sick, go to a doctor immediately. Not all of the symptoms are known at this time, but common symptoms appear to be fever, coughing, and pneumonia. If you or a family member appears to be feeling any of these, see a doctor immediately. Do not go into the outside world, as you could spread the disease. If you have recently traveled to China, you are advised to isolate, as testing for the virus is not yet available. All residents of Washington State are advised to avoid travel to Seattle. If you need more information regarding this outbreak, visit cdc.gov. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. An outbreak of an unknown virus is happening in Wuhan, China. The outbreak continues to worsen, as several hundred deaths have been confirmed in the city. The Chinese government has, as of yesterday, locked down the entire city. 3 days ago, the first case of this new virus was confirmed in the United States in Everett, Washington. Today, a second case was confirmed in Chicago, Illinois. A woman returning from a trip to Wuhan was confirmed to be infected with the disease. She had returned to Chicago on January 15, meaning the virus may incubate for long periods of time. There is currently no evidence to support that the disease is transmitted asymptomatically. Asymptomatic transmission means that a disease may spread from person to person without an infected person showing symptoms. The risk to the general public is still assumed to be low at this time, but not much is known about this disease. Residents of Chicago are urged to take the following actions: wash your hands, stay home when sick, and if you start feeling sick, go to a doctor immediately. The disease is fatal in some cases, apparently in the elderly and those with underlying conditions. Not all of the symptoms are known at this time, but common symptoms appear to be fever, coughing, and shortness of breath. Pneumonia also appears to be a common sign of this disease. There is currently no vaccine or medicine available for this disease, so you are urged to take caution to avoid spreading the disease. If you have recently visited China, you are urged to isolate for 14 days immediately. Avoid contact with family and friends. Do not go into the outside world, as you may spread the disease. You may leave home to seek medical care. If you need more information on this outbreak, visit cdc.gov/coronavirus for more info. If you believe you may be infected, contact your local health officials immediately. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The outbreak of the new coronavirus continues to worsen. Today, the World Health Organization declared a public health emergency of international concern. Since 9 days ago, several cases have popped up in numerous cities in the United States. All of the infected people had recently traveled to Wuhan, China. President Trump has banned all travel to China, and at this time, returning citizens from China are being directed to a variety of different airports for symptom screening. The Chinese government has locked down the entire Hubei province, the origin of the disease, trapping millions of people within their homes. Thousands of American citizens are believed to be among those trapped. The Department of State is currently working with the Chinese government to get the people home safely. The general risk to the public is still believed to be low at this time, and the CDC is closely monitoring the outbreak. No deaths have been reported due to this disease. The virus has spread to several different countries around the globe. All residents of the United States are advised to take the following actions: wash your hands, stay home when sick, and if you start to experience life-threatening symptoms, go to a doctor immediately. If you believe you have been exposed and/or infected, isolate for 14 days immediately. Do not venture into the outside world, as you could further spread the disease. If you need more information regarding this outbreak, visit cdc.gov/coronavirus. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The first death from the new coronavirus has been confirmed in the United States. An elderly man in Kirkland, Washington, tested positive for the disease and died several days later. The man was a resident of a nursing home. The CDC has issued an official warning to prepare for a possible large outbreak. The CDC is also warning that the virus could spread rapidly in nursing homes, resulting in large numbers of deaths. The elderly and those with underlying conditions are particularly vulnerable to this disease. The World Health Organization has also named this virus COVID-19. COVID-19 is short for Coronavirus Disease 2019. There is currently no vaccine or medicine to prevent this disease, and the risk of the disease is growing day by day. All residents of the United States are advised to take the following actions: wash your hands, stay home when sick, and avoid large gatherings. It is not yet known how this virus spreads, although it is believed to be spread in respiratory droplets. Respiratory droplets are small particles released into the air when someone coughs, sneezes, breathes, or talks. The United States government is warning that serious economic disruption could happen due to this disease. The unexpected surge in cases means that there is a possibility that the disease could spread asymptomatically. Asymptomatic transmission means that a disease can spread from person to person without the infected displaying symptoms of the disease. This has not yet been confirmed, and is currently under investigation by several scientists. If you believe you have been exposed and/or infected, report it to local health authorities immediately, and isolate for 14 days immediately. If you begin to experience life-threatening symptoms, seek medical care immediately. Do not travel into the outside world, as you could further spread the disease. While it is not recommended at this time, politicians may start imposing restrictive measures to curb the spread of disease. Schools are expected to remain open, although this may change. Most large-scale events, such as sports and concerts, have been canceled. For more information regarding this outbreak, visit cdc.gov/coronavirus. We interrupt your regular programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The new virus, named COVID-19, has spread to almost all 50 states. The president has declared a national emergency. There have been over 2,000 confirmed cases within the country, and the number continues to rise sharply every day. The president is warning all citizens to prepare for a national lockdown effective immediately. The CDC is warning that a large number of people seeking medical care could overwhelm the healthcare system and cause an excessive amount of deaths. About 49 deaths have already been confirmed in the country, and that number is quickly rising. Do not panic. I repeat, do not panic. Panicking will only make the situation worse. You are advised to take the following actions: wash your hands, and stay home. Almost everything will be shut down within the following days. All schools have been ordered to close until at least next month. Do not leave your home unless absolutely necessary. You may leave your home to receive medical care. Do not go to stores, as almost all supplies have been sold out due to panic buying. The National Guard will be delivering supplies to your home. If you believe you have been infected, notify your local health authorities immediately. If you begin to feel life-threatening symptoms, go to the hospital immediately. Do not travel into the outside world, as you may further spread the disease. For more information regarding this outbreak, visit cdc.gov/coronavirus. Administrative message. The lockdown has drastically brought the infection rate of COVID-19 down. Over 1 million cases have been reported. About 60,000 people have died due to this disease. Almost no new cases are being reported daily. The country will be slowly reopened over the next month, and eventually all restrictions will be lifted after an uncertain period of time. Your government would like to thank you for your cooperation during this emergency. The emergency alert system will be activated again if your government needs to inform you of anything new regarding this outbreak, or any other danger that may come. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Minneapolis Police Department and the Minnesota State Police. Rioting has broken out in the city of Minneapolis. Yesterday, a man was killed while in police custody, and many people have been angered by this incident. As a result, many people have taken to the streets to display their anger, and many have resorted to using violent methods of protesting. Mayor Jacob Frey is issuing a curfew effective at 8 p.m. tonight. You must comply with this curfew, or else you will be arrested. Residents of Minneapolis are urged to take the following actions: Lock all your doors and windows, don't let anyone inside of your home, and board up your windows if necessary. Do not fire upon protesters with lethal weapons unless your life is in immediate danger. Business owners are urged to board up your windows and lock all your doors upon leaving. Protect your personal belongings, as heavy looting has also been reported. If you are in danger, call 911 immediately. We interrupt your regular programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The riots which originated in Minneapolis, Minnesota have spread across the country. Many buildings in cities across the country have been set on fire, looted, and vandalized. Home break-ins have also been reported. There has also been an unexpected resurgence in COVID-19 cases, possibly due to these riots. President Trump is implementing another national lockdown effective immediately. An 8 p.m. curfew is being enforced nationwide. You must comply with this curfew, or else your local, state, and federal authorities will arrest you. Almost all businesses will be shut down. The National Guard will deliver supplies to your home once more. Local, state, and federal authorities will be patrolling city streets to enforce this lockdown. Lethal force is authorized against riots. If you engage in riots, you will be killed on sight. If you need more information about the virus outbreak, visit cdc.gov/coronavirus. If you are in need of emergency assistance, call 911 immediately. If you need further information, tune into local news stations or visit government websites. Administrative message. The lockdown has officially come to an end. No new cases of COVID-19 have been reported across the country for 2 weeks. In addition, the riots have calmed down. Many deaths occurred as a result of police actions. Billions of dollars in property has been destroyed. The economy has taken a massive hit due to the prolonged lockdowns. All COVID-19 restrictions have been dropped across the nation, although this may change in the future. All citizens are still banned from traveling to other countries. If you suspect you may have been infected with COVID-19, report it to your local health authorities and isolate immediately. Seek medical care immediately if you begin to feel life-threatening symptoms. You are encouraged to live normal life, as this will help to restart the economy. You are still advised to do the following common-sense health measures to prevent the spread of disease: wash your hands, stay home when sick, and cover your cough. This has been an activation of the emergency alert system. Your government thanks you for your cooperation during this national emergency.